So hello everybody, we are dealing with a passage question. This is from JEE Advanced 2014 and is based on the concept of heat and thermodynamics. So if we approach this particular problem, so it is stating something like this. In the figure, a container is shown to have a movable without friction piston on top. The container and the piston are all made of perfectly insulating material, allowing no heat transfer between the outside and inside the container. The container is divided into two compartments by a rigid partition made of a thermally conducting material that allows slow transfer of heat. The lower compartment of the container is filled with 2 moles of an ideal monoatomic gas at 700 Kelvin, and the upper compartment is filled with 2 moles of an ideal diatomic gas at 400 Kelvin. The heat capacities per mole of an ideal monoatomic gas are the following, and those of the ideal diatomic gas are the following. And the problem that follows is asking, consider the partition to be rigidly fixed so that it does not move. When equilibrium is achieved, the final temperature of the gases will be. And the next one is, now consider the partition to be free to move without friction so that the pressure of the gases in both compartments is the same. Then the total work done by the gases till the time they achieve equilibrium will be. So if we approach this particular problem, so let us extract information from the paragraph in a very critical way, in a very analytical way. So the first thing that the problem is stating that the piston on top is movable without friction. So if this one is a movable piston, then I mean to say that the pressure is balanced between the upper container and the outside, that is the surrounding. The next thing that is stating is the container and the piston are all made of the perfectly insulating material. So if it is made up of perfectly insulating material, then I can say that the delta Q for the entire process is going to be 0. So whatever that is happening between the upper gas chamber and the lower gas chamber, the total heat transfer to the surrounding, that is delta Q, is 0. The container is divided into two compartments by a rigid partition made of a thermally conducting material. So over here, this fact is stating that if this is rigidly fixed, then I can say that for this lower container, the volume is going to be constant. The volume is going to be constant, and the heat exchange is taking place between the two compartments. Now the problem is stating that the lower compartment of the container is filled with 2 moles of ideal monoatomic gas at 700 Kelvin temperature. That is, over here I can state 2 moles of a monoatomic gas having an initial temperature of 700 Kelvin. And if I fix the value of Cv and Cp, then Cv is given to us as 3R by 2 and Cp is given to us as 5R by 2. Whereas the upper compartment is filled with 2 moles of an ideal diatomic gas. So the upper compartment is filled with 2 moles of diatomic gas, and this time the initial temperature is 400 Kelvin, and for the diatomic gas we can state that Cv is equal to 5R by 2 and Cp is equal to 7R by 2. So these are the facts that we have extracted from this particular paragraph. Now if I look at the first problem, so the first problem is stating, consider the partition to be rigidly fixed so that it does not move. when equilibrium is achieved, the final temperature of the gases will be. So over here, I can say that since the upper compartment, upper piston is movable, and the piston which is in between the two gas compartment is rigidly fixed, so I can say that the lower compartment, the heat exchange is taking place at constant volume. So for lower compartment, I can say that heat exchange is taking place at constant volume. And for the upper compartment where the pressure is normalized, so I can say that heat transfer is taking place at constant pressure. And since there is no heat loss to the surrounding, the heat loss by the upper temperature, that is in this case the lower compartment, is absorbed by the gases in the upper compartment. So in this way I can equate the two heat exchanges which is taking place. So I can write from here that over here NCP dt is equal to n Cv dt. So it is very important for us to understand where we are going to use Cp and Cv. Since this is taking place at constant pressure, we are using Cp, and since this is taking place at constant volume, we are taking Cv. And if I equate the two, so I can say that over here the number of moles N1 is equal to 2 moles, the value of Cp is equal to 7R by 2, and the initial temperature is 400 Kelvin. And on the other side we have moles as 2 moles. The value of Cv is equal to 3R by 2, and the initial temperature is equal to 700 Kelvin. So if I take let final temperature be T, then I can write this equation in this way: N Cp dt, that is T minus 400, is equal to N Cv dt, that is 700 minus T. So from here I can say 2R by 2 and 2R by 2 will cancel each other out, and we will get an equation like this: 70 minus 2800 is equal to 2100 minus 3T. So that is we get 10T is equal to 4900, or I can say that the final temperature is equal to 490 Kelvin. So from here we have attained this first answer, that is the final temperature is going to be 490 Kelvin, that is it is matching with option D. So it is very important over here that you understand this particular problem in this way, that since the above piston was movable, so the pressure is balanced all the time. So the heat exchange is taking place at constant pressure, whereas for the lower compartment, the heat exchange is taking place at constant volume. And now if I look at the next problem, so for the next problem, the problem is stating now consider the partition to be free to move without friction. This time the partition is free to move without friction. That is, in both the cases, the heat exchange is taking place at constant pressure. So heat exchange is taking place at constant pressure. We have to calculate the total work done by the gases till the time they achieve equilibrium. So till the time they achieve equilibrium means a thermal equilibrium is being discussed. A thermal equilibrium will be established by slow heat transfer between the two compartments. And if the heat transfer is taking place at constant pressure, then I can make a column like this and start approaching the problem. That over here in this part we are first of all discussing about the final temperature that will be attained. So over here I am writing that N1 is equal to 2 moles. The value of Cp is going to be 7R by 2. The value of initial temperature is 400 Kelvin. Now for the lower temperature, which is a monoatomic gas, N2 is equal to 2 moles, Cp is equal to 5R by 2, and T2 is equal to 700 Kelvin. So we have just stated the initial condition for the upper compartment and the lower compartment. We have treated the upper compartment as N1T1 and the lower compartment as N2T2. This is N1T1 and this is N2T2. And we have framed these facts which is already given. Now considering that heat transfer is taking place at constant pressure and final temperature BTF, so I can write an equation like this, N Cp dt, that is T final minus 400, is equal to N Cp dt, that is 700 minus T final. And from here we can calculate the final temperature. So 2R by 2, 2R by 2 is again cancelled out. And from here we can attain that the final temperature is turning out to be 6300 by 12, that is 525 Kelvin. But the problem is not asking us to calculate the final temperature. Rather, it is asking us to calculate the total work done by the gases till the time the equilibrium is achieved. So now over here I am again going back to this particular fact that for this entire chamber which is thermally insulated, the value of delta Q is equal to 0. For the entire chamber the value of delta Q is going to be 0. So I can say over here that for the upper chamber we can state something like this. For the upper chamber where we have treated the variables as N1 T1, so for the upper compartment I can say that delta Q1 is equal to delta W1 plus delta U1, and for the lower compartment I can say that delta Q2 is equal to delta W2 plus delta U2. So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So if I add both the equations, then I can write it as delta Q1 plus delta Q2. Then I can write that delta Q1 plus delta Q2 is equal to delta W1 plus delta W2 plus delta U1 plus delta U2. So we are basically applying first law of thermodynamics. And since there is no heat loss to the surrounding that is taking place, so I can say that the sum of delta Q1 plus delta Q2 can be equated to 0, which is equal to the net work done, that is W1 plus W2 plus the change in internal energies that is taking place. So I can say that the net work done is equal to negative change in the two internal energies. That is, work done is equal to minus of delta U1 plus delta U2. So now if I approach it in this particular way, and the final temperature is over here is 525 Kelvin, where this values is given to us and this is also given to us. So we will be using the value of Cv. For calculating internal energy change, we use the formula NCV/dt. So we will approach using this formula, that is NCV/dt. So I can write over here that Cv for this particular gas chamber is 5R by 2, and over here Cv is equal to 3R by 2. So for the two processes, I will be calculating delta U1 and delta U2, considering this one as the final temperature, and these are the initial temperatures that are given to us. So if we approach it this way, so I can write that delta W1 plus delta W2 is equal to negative of delta U1 plus delta U2, and hence we can write it as minus of 2 into 5R by 2 into 525 minus 400 plus 2 into 3R by 2 into 525 minus 700. And over here we can obtain something like this, that it is turning out to be minus of 5R into 125 plus minus 525R. So over here the net value is turning out to be minus 100R. So the work done for the net process is turning out to be minus 100R. And over here if you look at the options, it is matching with alternative D. So alternative D is correct for this particular problem, that is equal to minus 100R. So this was the interesting problem that was asked in JEE 2014. based on the concept of heat and thermodynamics.